Facebook received a bit of bad news recently when a Texas court actually decided that they could be held liable for the sex trafficking content and people that are on their platform. So this is a pretty interesting argument because it kind of dives into a little bit of Section 230 as well. So basically the report is it's all based off of this court case where 3 victims of child sex trafficking had sued Facebook in Texas for allowing the recruiters to operate on Facebook the entire time. Now, the Texas Supreme Court ruled against Facebook in a teen sex trafficking case, and the plaintiffs of the case argued that Facebook did not attempt to stop sex trafficking on its platform. Now, of course, Facebook at that point was going to argue that under Section 230, they are not responsible for that it's whatever. Now, the reason why this is important is because we need to look at Section 230. Section 230 is what a lot of these social media companies claim they fall under, right? When the going gets tough for them, when they get pressured about what's on their platform, that's where they go to. Section 230 is basically telling them that they are a platform, and as a result, they are not responsible legally for any of the stuff that takes place on their platform. That all they do is provide a space. They cannot be held liable for the things that those individuals put into that space or how they use that space, but that they're just simply providing the space. And as a result, they're not into moderating it and changing it and doing these things, right? Because otherwise, if they were a platform that is changing and moderating and telling users what they can and cannot have on it, that's not really a platform. That's the other part of Section 230 where it's saying that they are a publisher. They are somebody that is moderating their content to a degree. The thing is that didn't work for them this time. And the reason why this is important is because you have to look at what Facebook has been doing over the past few years with conservatives. Let's look at what's going on. They banned Trump from Facebook, Instagram, all these other platforms. You look at all of the other conservative voices, even my own Facebook page, they have censored, they have put all these disclaimers up. They will ban people for talking in a negative light about the vaccine. They will ban people about talking negatively about or talking about the election in a way that they disagree with. We know what they're talking about there. They do all of this on a daily basis. Yet they allow sex trafficking recruiters? How in the world is that okay for Facebook to get away with here? And that's why this is such an important case, because Facebook wants to say, well, we're not responsible. We're just a platform. We're just providing them to do things. I mean, if they want to do something bad, let them do it, right? Well, they don't have that same mentality towards Facebook, towards conservatives, towards people that are dealing with election integrity, for the people that are talking about the vaccine in a way that they disagree with. That's not the same approach they have to it. They have an entirely different approach. So what you're seeing is the hypocrisy of Facebook being literally exposed here, where they're putting so much attention on vaccines and misinformation and election this and election that they're allowing for sex traffickers to operate on their site, recruit people into it, and get away with it. And Facebook does nothing about it, because they're too busy trying to tell you that you can't say that someone else won the election instead of someone else. Does that sound crazy to anyone else? Or is it just me? But that's the problem you're having. And Facebook is a culprit in all of this. So honestly, this is exactly what they deserve. I'm glad that this got pushed through the way that it did, because it exposes their hypocrisy, and because honestly, this stuff needs to stop. That's one of the biggest real pandemics going on out there right now is sex trafficking, but nobody wants to talk about it. Very few people are dealing with it on any serious basis because of things like this, where you just can't get good information on it anymore. You just watched a clip from The William Hall Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.